Hello, and welcome back to a special Saints and Sinners edition of Out with Dan. Today, I'm joined by author Cheryl Head, who is the author of the wildly popular Charlie Mack Motown series and the multi-award nominated Time's Undoing. Welcome, Cheryl.
Thank you, Dan. Good to see you as always.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And happy Pride. Is it Pride in D.C.?
Oh, yes. It's big time Pride in D.C. It's hot ass Pride, too, because it's in the 90s. But we had our big Pride event a couple of weekends ago, the parade and the festival, and we celebrate all month long.
I love it. I love it. DC's a lot of fun, but yeah. I do know when it's hot like that, the steam just comes right up off the pavement.
Right off the sidewalks and just seeps through your clothes.
Yes, it does. And that reminds me of another place that happens, and that's in New Orleans. So let's talk about Saints and Sinners. I know we've both been.
Yes.
How much do you like Saints and Sinners? Give the audience a feel.
I love Saints and Sinners. I believe my first time going was 2019. And right away, I felt the good vibe of having both the boys and the girls there. You know, that's just special kind of a feeling in our conferences that we go to. I've been going to Golden Crown Literary Society, and I love being there with the ladies, but it was a comfortable and collegial feeling to be there with the men and the women. So I love it for that reason. I also love it because it's small enough that you can really get to know people and have really strong and good and substantive conversations. I love that it's small enough that the panels are places where everybody can be there. So you get a really good, broad cross-section of questions. And, you know, it feels intimate. And I love that part of it.
I 100% agree with you. And I think the great thing is every letter in the rainbow alphabet is represented and represented well, which is a nice thing. And I agree because I think one of the first times I met you was at Saints and Sinners in 22, I believe.
That's probably right. Yes.
And it's just one of those places that you just feel completely comfortable and your ideas matter, which is always a big thing.
Right. And you're really bumping elbows with other queer people because you get in those elevators, you're like together.
Yes, and if you're lucky enough to get a seat at the carousel bar, you're golden. Because everyone will be your best friend. Look, Cheryl has a seat.
And nobody gets up.
No, you ride all day long.
I tell you, the other thing I like about the conference, because it's adjacent to the Tennessee Williams Festival, which is happening in the same hotel, is that you have the opportunities to go to one or two panels. Often they make that available to you free of charge. So that's fun too. You really feel like you're in a literary setting.
That is true. And I think that's something else to be pointed out too, because all the panels are free for us, which is a nice thing. Yes. You know, once you get there, it is inclusive and you get a book of short stories and a book of poems at the end of the conference. Absolutely. And you're warmly invited back for next year. And next year's Saints and Sinners is March 28th through the 30th in 2025. And I hope to see you there, Cheryl.
Oh, you will be. And let's have some crawfish together.
Let's do it then. Thanks so much for joining me. Hang on for me just a second.